All right. Well, what we do have time for is to talk about Group B. And I have named this group the group of teams, or blah, blah, blah. I have named this group a group filled with teams that did not make it out of the group stage last year. Again, short, sweet,
Oh,
to the
boo.
point.
Missed opportunity here.
I mean,
Should have been
I could call it homecoming. I could
this
call
should
it
have been Group California.
oh, that's
Chivas, LA, and San Jose.
what are you trying to
An
knock
ode
off
to
the
Chivas
Eagles?
USA.
What is it? Yeah, you're trying to knock off the Eagles, Hotel California, Group California. That actually would have been pretty funny, actually, Hotel Cal, because they're all staying in. Yeah. Hey, I'm
All right.
tired. All right, I work a lot.
You were all right, never mind. They're just gonna be Group B from now on.
Hotel California, a group filled with teams that did not make it out of the group stage last year. Connor, tell me about. Let me tell you, this is Chivas, this is LA Galaxy, and this is San Jose. Tell me about some big players coming in and where they're playing their games.
So I'll start with the locations and then we'll jump into the signings that they've made over the winter and summer transfer window. So the Chivas San Jose game is going to be played in Levi's Stadium, which is in San Jose, but unless somebody corrects me, I checked it. Pretty sure not San Jose's home stadium,
It is
but
not.
might as well be. They're in San Jose.
It is not
Uh,
theirs. Yeah.
yes, I believe the 49ers play there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then Chivas Galaxy is going to be in Dignity Health Sports Park where the LA Galaxy play. And then the San Jose versus Galaxy game is going to be at PayPal Park where San Jose actually does play. All games in California. San Jose has the benefit here of two home games versus LA one versus Chivas zero. In terms of signings, I'll start with Chivas. I've gone for Cade Cowell. Obviously, we know from San Jose that's going to be a fun thing to watch this group. Cade Cowell returned to San Jose. I'll talk a little bit more about him later, so I won't dive too much into him. But obviously, a player with a lot of potential and was signed for a decent amount of money. For the Galaxy, I think a couple names you could go with here. I've gone for Joseph Paintsil from Genk. I think he's had a very good start to his time with Galaxy. He's helped create a very exciting and lethal Galaxy attack. And I went with him because I'm going to talk about one of the other guys later. Hint, hint, wink, wink. San Jose was a bit of a stretch. I put Amal Pellegrino. I know we talked about him putting up insane numbers over in Norway, where he came over from. I don't even know if I want to try to pronounce. I apologize ahead of time, but it's I think Bodo/Glimt. I don't believe he's really hit the ground running at that same pace as he did in Norway with San Jose. Obviously, San Jose has struggled mightily this season, but I wanted to at least get one name up there for them. In terms of summer 2024 signings, nothing on the Galaxy and San Jose front. For Chivas, I've gone for Omar Gavea, who came over from Monterrey, also coming over from Liga MX.
Okay. We'll start with Chivas, the only Liga MX team in the group. 9-time Mexican champions headed into Group B, looking to make a deeper run than last year, where they didn't even get out of the group or win a game. Currently sitting in ninth place in the Apertura and a sixth place finish in the Clausura. Another Argentinian manager in Fernando Gago, only 38 years old, which is crazy because I'm almost 30. Took charge of a team at the end of the year and looks to bring them back to greatness. Who are you watching from this team?
So I mentioned it before, but I'm gonna watch Cade Cowell. Obviously, we know the potential was is massive with him. I mean, he was getting rumors to Barcelona when he was with San Jose, but he just couldn't quite find his feet at San Jose and hit the levels that we were kind of hoping he would hit. Probably not his fault considering it's San Jose and you could see how bad this team is right now. But he's jumped over to Chivas and he has really hit the ground running. And I feel like we're starting to move towards that level of potential that maybe we should have been seeing from him. It's a small sample size, granted, but he's started all three games for them, played almost every minute, and he's got 2 goals and an assist already. So he's off to a hot start. If he can continue that hot streak, I think that would be massive for this group. He's got something to play for, especially going against San Jose, try to prove to San Jose, like, I don't want to say like this is what you could have had. It's not like they gave him plenty of years to do it, but at the same time, yeah, like he could show them like this is my potential. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
See, again, I knew you were going to do that. So you could pick any one of the number of former MLS guys on this team. Fidel Barajas is now there. Kate Cowell, as you mentioned. Daniel Aguirre from LA. Another, if we're talking about teams playing their former or players playing against their former teams. And Chicharito. But for me, I'm keeping my eyes on Eric Gutierrez, a former PSV standout who returned home and now runs the midfield of Chivas. There are some very creative players in the midfield for LA and San Jose. He's going to have a lot to deal with. He's more, to my understanding, he's more of a 6'8" sort of player. So he'll have a lot to deal with Ricky Puig and Espinoza if he cuts inside, Pellegrino if he cuts inside. Hold please. Hernan Lopez if he's
Jackson Ewell.
Jackson Ewell at striker. I mean, lots of problems he may have to deal with. So yeah, definitely a lot of players to keep an eye on because it's a very good Chivas team.
Sure.
But to match Chivas is high flying LA Galaxy. They are back to their best with a high powered attack led by superstar Ricky Puig. Greg Vanney is leading the team for the fourth season, and he has the Galaxy top of the West, scoring a ton of goals on the way. However, this is another team that didn't get out of the group last year. Lots have changed in terms of players, personnel, and you've been hinting at it. Who's your player to watch?
Gabriel Peck, of course. Yeah, hopefully that was obvious with the hint I gave. But yeah, I mean, you mentioned LA didn't get out of the group last year. This is I mean, it just feels like a completely different LA Galaxy team. And I know there are a few new faces like Peck and Paintsel, who we talked about a little bit already. But there is a lot of similarity to last year. And even with that in mind, I still think this feels like a completely different team. So I really think they got a good shot to get out of this group. And Peck's going to be a huge reason for that. I mean, I wasn't exactly sure what to think heading into the season because I believe in his past, he hasn't quite like blown up the box score, like, 20 plus goal contribution seasons and stuff like that. Obviously, there was a lot of potential, hence why they were willing to send out so much money to bring him in. And it has paid off so much so far. I mean, he's been so good, especially as of recent. I feel like he's really hit his zone. And I think this might be missing second assist. So apologies if this doesn't sound completely accurate, but FBref has him down as 9 goals, 9 assists so far in 1900 minutes, which is insane return so far. Like I said, I like his form coming in. I think he's going to be really explosive, really dangerous. And he has so many players around him that you can't just focus on him. You can't just be like, all right, we're going to double pack and we'll figure it out from there. Like, it'll be fine. Because you've got Joveljic, you've got Paintsel, you got Puig, too many players. You're not going to be able to double him. And I think he's going to be able to exploit that.
Very, very interesting. I've picked the other guy. I picked Joseph Paintsel, and mainly because with this team riddled with injuries, Joveljic included, Paintsel's been running at the number 9 recently, which is not his natural position. So his first game there wasn't so great against Colorado, or rather against, I forget who he played, but when he played Colorado, he got a goal and an assist. So there's room to grow there, but a deep run in this tournament is going to depend on his success in this role. So I'm very interested to see how they use him, or if Joveljic comes back and he gets to go back out wide where he's more comfortable. But yeah, him playing in that role is very intriguing to me. It's something I'm going to keep an eye on. Yeah, so you're like, oh, big numbers, lots of goals, assists. I'm like tactical approach with a soccer mindset. That's why this pod works so well. Opposites attract.
Yeah, you pander to the Euro snobs, and I pander to the American listeners who are like, I like rah big numbers. Score a
Euros,
touchdown.
Euros versus Copa America, like very technical, and then there's just beat the crap out of each other. A team that's probably going to get the crap beat out of them. San Jose.
The crazy transition,
isn't it? No coach in charge yet. Ian Russell is caretaker in charge of this just awful group that is San Jose. Far and away the wooden spoon leaders by, I think, 8 points right now, and still technically on pace for the most goals against in a single season. There's just so much to fix in this team, and it's been that way for a hot minute. No points in their last League's Cup. Obviously didn't get out of the group. And only 14 points on 4 wins this year. Yikes.
Do they even deserve a player to watch?
Yeah, they do, because everybody deserves that. What do you got?
I'm taking the obvious one. Christian Espinoza. He's like one of the few guys in this team that deserves to be watched, because even in a terrible San Jose year, this man still has 14 goal contributions at minimum, not counting second assists. So for him to have 11 assists in this team, I think is crazy. He has 11 of the team's 20 assists. This man is trying his absolute best to carry this team, and he's not getting a ton of help. So I'm curious to see what he's capable of doing with this one-man show in Leagues Cup.
You said you went with the obvious one and then did not say either Jackson Ewell or William Yarborough. So I don't know where your definition of obvious comes from, but we move.
That's fair.
Christian Espinoza, literally that meme of the guy like blocking all the swords.
Yeah. Or the one of like the construction workers and there's the one guy in the hole doing all the work and everybody's
Yes.
standing outside watching.
We need to make more MLS memes. That should be our next. That's season 6. Season 6 is just memes.
I'm here for it.
I forgot this guy was even here
That's a different episode.
because it's been so quiet. Hernan Lopez was supposed to unlock this attack with Pellegrino and Abobasi and Espinoza. And while he hasn't been terrible, to be fair, like 4 goals, 2 assists, and 14 appearances, the dude got brought in for $6 million, right? Like 4 goals, 2 assists, and 14 appearances is okay, but you're supposed to bring that team up from the bottom, and I know you can't help the defense and you can't fix the defense, but take like LA Galaxy do, take the pressure off the defense by being really good in attack. So lots of work for him to improve there. While you continue to look, let's do predictions. What do you got?
I am maybe going to go with a surprising choice here.
San Jose top, unbeaten, 0 goals against. I love it.
I mean, they do have 2 home games. I mean, you never know. The Jackson Ewell masterclass put him at striker, and he just bangs in goals for fun. I'm going to go with Galaxy 1. I really love that attack, and I think it's going to be hard for any team in this competition to stop them, especially if Jovic comes back and is healthy. I'm going to go Chivas 2. Definitely wouldn't argue with people if they swap that, but I think these two have to be 1-2, and then San Jose is 3rd. I mean, it's Leagues Cup. It's 3 games. Anything can happen. Like I said, San Jose has 2 home games. If they just magically win one of those games, they could be going through. But I just feel like on paper, I cannot, legally speaking, put San Jose through above Chivas and Galaxy.
These are going to be some really boring clips.
Just say you have relatively the same thing, and let's move on.
LA Galaxy 1, Chivas 2, San Jose 3.
Are we just gonna have the same predictions the entire tournament?
Listen, if you want to copy my picks, I mean that's what you do anyway. So,
well, I'm going first, so clearly you're copying my picks.
Ha 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 ha! It's my podcast.